Okay, so I've got this Mavic Air 2 that had an unfortunate accident here, and there are replacement arms for these on Amazon, so I went ahead and ordered one, but I figured I need to go ahead and take it apart so that I can get it ready for when it comes in. They are so 1.5mm hex, and this thing's hard to film, so my hand's probably going to be in the way a lot. I think under here is where our board is that connects to the motors. Or the motor controller, ESC is like what the kids call it these days. Alright, and then I believe this guy is supposed to pop off. And then there is, or are, a set of screws there. So we get all those off there? Nope. Alright, so there's tiny little baby screws right here that hold that nose cover in place. So I think I have something for that. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so T5 it is. How's it going to just come right off? Well, maybe. Definitely much better than it was. Still feels scary. Really doesn't want to come off without a fight, which there we go, concerns me. Okay, so yeah, that was it. It looks like it's holding in a couple spots. So 1, 2 there, 3, 4 down there. So I see that those two little slots there, 2 little slots there, and those 2 T5 screws. Okay, so after that, I think we might just have these. And these are again 1.5 hex. And so far all the 1.5 hex have been the same size, so that's good. And actually, we gotta pull this guy off too. So that's not what I was looking forward to, but that's okay. And those are still the same size, same thread as the top shell. And so there's something in that. Yeah, there's like glue or something in there. I guess that might be a telltale, so they know that you've been in there. this guy comes off, and then, yeah, should be these two right here, which I hope this will fit down there. Oh, look at that. Okay. And that's still 1.5 hex, 1.5 millimeter hex, that is. And still the same size. Good news, everyone. Alright, so now, I think these might be a issue as well. I am happy that most of these screws are the same thread and length. It's not always the case. Yeah, looks like. Two more 1.5s right here. I think we can leave those arms alone. On hooks. I think that was here. And here. Better. Feeling tight back here, but I think that's just a clip. Maybe. Okay. And there we go. So right there is a clip. And then it should be the same on the other side. There we go. Freedom. Almost. Freedom. Okay, so it looks burnt, doesn't it? It's funny. This should be the GPS chip / antenna. Alright, those don't look so bad. So the good news is, since it is this left rear arm replacing, let's see, there should be, I'm guessing is going to be these. And then these, it's kind of weird. I may expect to see 3 for the motor, but there's a light on there too. The solder joints look nasty, but whatever. Alright, so I want to remove this arm. Get it ready to remove at least. Let's see. Is it going to be a 1.5? No, what is that? That's a Torx, so that's probably that T5. Yep. T5 for arm. Looks to be similar as our other T5, but it is not. This T5's got a little bit of Loctite and it's a finer thread. Because it looks like that thread's in the metal. So now, I don't rightly know how that comes off. Oh, huh. There's one on either side. Oops. That might make it a little easier to come off. This is another T5. Same as the other motor arm T5. Now I feel like that should just like slide off. There we go. Alright, so that slides off. We're in the collapsed position now. So obviously it's not going to want to pull out because it's got a bunch of wires attached to it. Okay. So let's start desoldering. So I have my desoldering gun, which is kind of nice. So it heats up and you press this trigger here and it does a vacuum deal. So it'll just take a little bit to desolder. Now I'm sure this is probably lead-free solder, so I need to probably ramp this thing up a bit. So we'll give that a moment to warm up. It's funny, most of this thing is just battery. This is funny, so I did crash this into a tree covered in Spanish moss, and that is inside. That's funny. I don't know. It's much smaller than that. That's wild. I mean, is it possible it fell off as I was disassembling it? I don't think so, but maybe. Alright, let's see if this guy is ready. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Don't know if you can. Not so bad. Oh, those are just surface mounted too. They're not even, I thought it might have been a bit of a through hole situation. Okay, that might need a little more heat, but that's fine. Let's see, let me grab my soldering iron and get that heating up. Let me tell you, those things get hot. Ask me how I know. And it smells like burnt eggs, which isn't great. Alright, so this guy, I just need to heat him up for a second so I can pull him off that pad. Oops, trying not to damage it too much here. You know, sometimes it helps to add a little bit of solder to the joint you're desoldering, especially if you've got lead solder. There we go. So now we ought to be able to get it to come off. Come on, little fella. There we go. Alright, so we got 3 of those out of the way, and these other 2 ought to be pretty easy. Should melt rather quickly. Of course, we failed it. Getting those off, I should be lightly pulling them with the tweezer as I'm doing it, but of course I'm not. There we go. Alright, so that's off there now. And in theory, we should just be able to pull this off, and the arm comes free. Alright, so now I guess I've got a spare motor if I need it, because I think the motor was just fine. And a spare LED, I guess. Fun. And then tomorrow, when it arrives, the replacement arm arrives, we'll do that in reverse, I guess. Got a delivery this afternoon. This should be the right part. All right, looks new. Does it smell new? Yeah, it smells new. It smells great. Okay, so just bring the old one out for comparison. Yeah, that looks like a winner. Okay, so and I see all three. Now I just got to figure out what are my tweezers. Here they are. Make sure that we've got everything pulled through. Okay. Those look good. So now, I think what I'm going to do, let's make sure that screw hole looks good. Seems like it does. I think I'm going to go ahead and put those screws in. And I believe it was these screws. And those were the T5. All right. Feels good. Now, what I think I want to do is see white, black, gray. I just see if we get these guys organized so that keep these longer ones in the back. Let's first make sure they fit. Yeah, they're going to reach. Okay. Let's keep these longer ones in the back just for now. And let's go with white, black, make sure gray fits. That feels like it's kind of tight there. Yeah, these feel like they might be those don't quite look like they're stripped enough to me. I don't know. Okay, we'll try to do this with a pair of wire cutters. Went about as well as can be expected. Let's try that again. Okay. Good. And then gray. Alright, I think enough strip there. I'll just tin these real quick. nerve-wracking part, at least for me, getting this soldered. Alright, pads tinned, wires tinned. There we ought to just be able to do that. Alright.
Give us a bit more solder here. I mean, current one of these LEDs at least isn't that crazy, so that should be okay.
So that looks okay. Okay, got one down. Make sure we get our order right, that would really sneak a lot. Yeah, I'm struggling with this. Pretty sure it's probably self-inflicted, but oh. Nothing else most beautiful, but I'll check a little bit more. I'm poking this back down in there. Okay, so now just take a look at this and make sure it fits on there okay and there's no binding and it seems like it's good. Okay. Right, let's just do a final check here. It's ugly, but not much uglier than what they did. It saddens me that I didn't get that black wire looped over the gray wire, but so black, gray, white, white, black, gray. Seems good. Alright, let's button her back up. That's the trusty battery it fell out of the sky with. Okay, I'm not getting any errors from the thing, which is good. Let's just go ahead and right, that's good. So we got a good motor connection, so that's awesome. One thing I did notice is this is missing this piece, which we can fix. But yeah, well, let's get it out and try it out with the light. Interesting that doesn't come with that part. I don't know why. I don't know why it wouldn't. Alright, so that's the spring and the retainer. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I should put some Loctite on this, but I'll do that after testing. Okay, so now, all right, go check her out. Well, looks like it's working just fine.